My spoiled sister blew our parents' savings on a vanity business, so I leaked her financial fraud records at dinner. My sister, Chelsea, has always been the golden child, convinced she was destined for fame and fortune despite having the work ethic of a damp napkin. When she decided she needed a boutique pet grooming salon called Poodle Palace, our parents, retiring soon and sitting on a healthy nest egg, fell for her exaggerated business plan hook, line, and sinker. They poured nearly $150,000 into her venture, depleting a significant portion of their retirement fund. I, a hard-working nurse, watched this unfold with dread. Chelsea constantly belittled my career, calling it glorified janitorial work, while she pretended to be an entrepreneur. The salon opened to modest success, but Chelsea treated it less like a business and more like a personal ATM. She was constantly running to mom and dad claiming she needed emergency infusions of cash for inventory or unexpected repairs, always promising massive future returns. I grew suspicious when she showed up driving a brand new luxury SUV, claiming it was a necessary business expense for client visits. I asked my dad if I could help him review her books, as I had some basic accounting skills, just to ensure she wasn't overburdening them. He agreed, worried but unwilling to confront his favorite daughter. What I found wasn't simple mismanagement, it was outright fraud. She had been diverting business funds for months, paying for designer clothes, expensive vacations, and even funding a down payment on a luxury condo, all listed misleadingly as supply costs or marketing expenses. I meticulously documented every unauthorized expenditure, compiling nearly $60,000 in fraudulent transfers over 18 months. I digitized everything, creating an irrefutable timeline of deceit. The climax came during a Sunday dinner. Chelsea arrived late, dramatically announced that Poodle Palace needed a massive $50,000 capital injection immediately or it would fail, and started laying on the guilt thick about how this was their opportunity to secure her financial future. Dad looked utterly defeated, reaching for his checkbook. I cleared my throat. I said, before we write that check, maybe we should look at where the last $150,000 went. Chelsea shot me a look of pure hatred. She told me to stay in my lane. I ignored her and pulled out my tablet. I projected the spreadsheet onto the dining room TV, which we usually used for slideshows of family vacations. I calmly walked them through the transactions. The $8,000 for the Caribbean trip labeled as equipment acquisition. The $5,000 Prada bag expensed as grooming supplies. The massive, recurring personal loan payments disguised as rent. I even included photos of the items she bought, sourced from her own publicly accessible social media posts. My parents were devastated, their trust utterly shattered. Chelsea screamed, accusing me of hacking and lying. But the records, straight from her business bank statements, were undeniable. Dad slowly put away the checkbook. He looked Chelsea dead in the eye and said, "You are done. You have until the end of the month to liquidate that shop and repay every cent you fraudulently diverted." She lost everything, had to move into that overpriced condo's spare room, and finally, humiliatingly, had to get a real minimum wage job. She never spoke to me again, which I counted as a bonus.